All right. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Skydude here. Boy, do I have a lot of stuff to throw at you today. Starting with that right there. And what does that mean? That means that I have installed the LOVE VFR Region 2 for the United States of America, which adds antennas, towers, masts, smokestacks, cooling towers, and radar domes. But much of that has, they're saying much of that has already been added to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 thanks to their partnership with Orbix and Asobo. But some things were still missing. What you're looking at right there is the top of Cheyenne Mountain. Now, from my house, okay, at night, you can see those towers, right? So can all the other aircraft coming into the area. You can't miss them because they're lit up like crazy, okay? But they have been absent this entire time in 2020 and 2024. So I ran out and downloaded it, and down in the corner there, you can see the We Love VFR Region 2 page. So, do you like flying VFR and watching the world below you? Do you sometimes feel that something is missing? We Love VFR is here to help you. We Love VFR is a free add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator that adds thousands of new VFR-friendly objects. So, in this beta version, you get communication, radio, and TV antenna, chimneys, radar domes, construction cranes, and satellite radio telescope dishes. And he has plans for many, many more. All right. If you don't like smoke effects and they somehow kill your FPS, first of all, report it here on Discord, and then you can download a no effects version of the add-on. So, I don't know yet. I've just picked it up. Anyway, I don't care about, honestly, anything else. If I see any other antenna, mast, radar dishes, or any of the above, anywhere else, I'll just be tickled. This alone is the whole reason why I wanted it. This mountain, when I fly around it, or I'm out putzing around in town, flying around town, and when I can't see them, it feels like something's terribly, terribly wrong. So, I feel much better. Okay, other things I'm going to throw at you today. One, the last job we had, I was making my way to Boise. Now, coincidentally, my favorite comedian, Zoltan Kaszas, is performing in Boise this weekend. And so, again, coincidentally, the job we took yesterday opened up Boise and a lot of jobs in that region. So we're going to get a job in or around Boise today. And we're going to have Bushtalk radio on for audio tours. And yesterday we learned how to create an audio tour. And I'm also going to be rolling Dungeons and Dragons dice to determine if we have random failures, and I'll be using the random failure app. So, a lot of stuff. All right, let's get back to the main menu and jump into career mode. Speaking of the Bushtalk radio, it's there and it's ready to go, and I'll double check when we get in there. Here's the random failures app. And watching the replay, I've discovered, I don't know why I didn't see it when I'm watching this. There seems to be a bug that when you apply the percentage of failure chance, and then you hit save, it blows it out. So I don't know if this has been working properly or not. Okay. And the D&D dice. So, all ready to go. All right, so there we are there. This is where we were yesterday, and we did the Bushtalk audio create a point of interest on Glenns Ferry here, which we discovered was a terribly treacherous place to cross during the Oregon Trail expansion. So this was a major place for people to cross, but horribly treacherous. But I guess as treacherous as it was worse in all around the area, and this was the best place, and they used it up until the 18 yada yada yadas. So it's famous for that in the history of the Oregon Trail expansion. Okay, but doing these jobs over here unlocked all this up here. And Boise is here. All right. So we'll keep it simple. Again, just taking one of these short jobs that will allow us then to look around the area and find any cool points of interest. So right at the moment, let me turn on the EFB and make sure it moves my plane to the proper spot. See right here in the lower corner on the screen in Bushtalk, I'm zooming out and I'm zooming back in. It's still showing my plane over Cheyenne Mountain. So the Optica or the Corvallis. The Optica is a really strange looking plane. So let's do this job. If you haven't seen it, it just doesn't really look like much out there. Very different. All right, so 16 miles. Jennifer Cassidy, inspired by the scenic tour she saw on TV, decided to fulfill a lifelong dream with her sister and treat themselves to a flight above Boise. Now, I guess the local people pronounce it Boise. Everybody's got to be different. But to the rest of us, it's Boise. It's a popular tourist destination, so do your best. Your passengers will be devastated if they don't get a perfect shot. So, flight sing. Bum, bum, bum. See that thing in the background? Isn't that strange looking? So, Stephanie Blue, regional coordinator, 1,860 credits. What's money? We do need to make sure that their sightseeing quality is good. I need to try to keep the airplane smooth, and then landing smoothness, that's always up in the air. I'm not the world's best lander of aircraft yet. But that's what trying to become a Skydude is all about. This whole journey. 270 plus episodes, actually more like 300. This has all been about, becoming the Skydude. So in episode 1, I'm the rookie. I don't know what I'm doing. And all of the old OGs are like, he ain't got it. He ain't got the chops for this kind of stuff. He ain't going to make it. I'll prove to you guys I'll become a Skydude yet. The Skydude. Mighty ambitious. Come on, Chalks, don't give me a tough time. Something's missing. Yeah, my headphones. It's awful quiet. Arthur Yoria's music is still playing. I swore I turned repeat off. Oh, you can't hear that. This is the first thing I came back to. I love it. So I'm going to fade it out for you and then turn it off. Okay. All right, let me clear up the scenery here and remove Bushtalk. Well, no, let's not. I need to establish. So we get in there my presence in Bushtalk. And the chalk was giving us trouble. There we go. And the pitot cover. Very important part of an aircraft. The simplest, smallest thing is so important. And it's that little dude right there. So you got to stick your little cap on them when you're done with them, and you don't want anything getting clogged in there. You leave it open, even bugs can get in there. You know how wasps are. That'd be the last thing you want. So the air, as it moves through that tube, drives a lot of, in the old days, steam gauges in your cockpit. But it now sends that information, the wind moving through it. It sends a lot of different data which drives your dash equipment. Some of these stuff still looks steam gauge. Okay. Shift C to enter the aircraft. Now you can be as detailed as you want with the simulator. There's lots of checklists and lots of, things to do. If you want to do everything by the book and learn how everything works. But for live stream purposes, we're not going to get so involved. If you want to request, like, hey, would you please go through the checklist on, again, the Optica right here? I would really like to see, the proper way to go through all the phases. Do I have trees off or something? It looks like we're in Pablo Picasso or a Cezanne painting at the moment.
Captain, you ready? Sure feels like the perfect day for a tour, right?
Why doesn't it want to put us back into the cockpit?
For a Boise Discovery tour. She's got her sister with her.
And that's awful quiet because of the because.
If the seatbelts are fastened, you're set.
I would love to be set,
Showtime.
but I am not in the cockpit. I've been noticing it's doing this. It's offsetting my seat. So it actually thinks I'm here, which I suppose is kind of cool. Anyway, if you've got your view set, which it didn't set me up for with the Optica, then you can quickly try to reposition yourself with your cockpit view controls. Sorry, I hadn't anticipated this. It's always interesting when you switch aircraft and it tries to figure out what to do with itself. Do. That should work. Should I say? All right, there's got to be another way to skin this cat. An instrument view. That's close enough.
For India Delta traffic in Sierra Echo Alpha, Tree 612 is taxiing to runway 2.
Here's how we establish with the Bushtalk client through our EFB. In free flight mode, it's just an icon up here that you can click on to open it up and log in. So now over here, if I refresh the Bushtalk screen, my plane should reappear in Idaho. There I am. Now I'm a green aircraft. But sure enough, just shows us north of Boise. All right, so after our job, we've got the state university we can go check out. This whole area here, Boise Front Area of Critical Environmental Concern. Wow. Should probably check that out. Military Reserve. Highlands North End. Garden City. Gowanfield Air National Guard Base. Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge. Bernard's Ferry, another river crossing. I wonder if if it was safer than Glenns Ferry. Celebration Park. Morley Nelson National Conservation Area. And 2 more. Air Force, Mountain Home Air Force Base, and the last one is, yeah, it's back to Glenns Ferry. So cool, we can check out those after we do our job. Those are all nearby. Now, we need to, okay, now we can put that screen away. Now we need to determine if something horrible might happen. Okay, so the random failure app. Now, under the presets, let me stop it. Under the presets, we have flight controls, gear, fuel, panel, engine, brake, and other. So 7 options. Now, with our D&D dice, they're up in the corner. Make sure I have it up here. You can see it, but I cannot. There we go. Okay. So we have 7 items that can, 7 items a category of things that can fail. And we're going to roll a D8, so we'll change this to a D8, if you're familiar with D&D dice. I'm not going to give ourselves any pluses. And we're going to roll. Now, on an 8, nothing happens, but that wouldn't be much fun. And I roll an 8. Let's re-roll. A 7. Pretty much just like yesterday. So, under break, we should have 3 options. So, we'll roll a D4. And it's a 4, so nothing would happen, but it's no fun. Reroll it again, another 4, and another 4, and a 3. So we now have a possibility of right brake failure. Now we need to determine the percentage, and this goes up to 1,000%. So D&D dice, grab a 100-sided dice. So 57% chance, but in here we'll change it to 570 because it's 1,000. Now, yesterday I noticed, I'm watching the replay, when I hit apply and save, it knocks out the 570%. See, it did it there. Let me try that again. 570. Let's just hit save and go back into it. Good. Okay, it's there. All right, so that's the first thing that can happen to us. Now, if we go back out to our presets, overview, now we start it. Now, here are the conditions before I start it. I don't think I can get into this once I've started. Here are the things that can cause it to trigger. Speed, minimum 50 knots, max 150 knots. An altitude of 1,000 up to 5,000. Minimum 5 minutes up to 3,600 minutes, and it can instantly fail. So now, back to start. Start it, open the fail list, click show failures, and at the moment, nothing has failed. But there's that chance. Okay, so let's put that aside now. And D&D Dice, the other reason why I keep this around is role-playing. All right, this whole live stream series is about a mild-mannered Tuthill was pecked by a radioactive bird and was then compelled to become Kinneas the Skydude, and that's his whole superhero stuff, right? It's the role-playing aspect of it all. And there's bad guys out in the world that are trying to stop us, stop me. And there's stadiums all over the place that maybe we might want to get into sporting matches with the local team. Anything you can think of that I can think of. For example, will we have an NPC encounter on this flight somewhere? And then we could determine if it's going to be a good encounter or a bad encounter. Let's say is there going to be a bad guy out there? So let's roll a percentage. Anything over 50%, and it happens. So D100, Actually, yeah. So 42%. So we're not going to have a bad guy encounter, but you get the gist of how that can work, right? So if we check out that stadium later, we'll get into a match tournament. Me and you against them. Hey, sorry. Now I'm just at that point where I can stop with the intro of the show and I can look at the chat room. Henning is there. Sorry you haven't been here lately. You've been doing your exams and it's been killing you. Got 2 thumbs up for you, sir. And I just want to tell you, your streams brighten my day every time. And I love stopping by just to chat sometimes. Hey, I feel the same way, man. Every time you stop in, it's a good day. And I wish you the best always in what you're doing. And I know it's a lot of work. So, 2 thumbs up. You had a blast gliding on Sunday in the I'm the KA8. Caught some thermals for a 55-minute flight, getting up to 1,500 meters. This young gentleman does it for real, folks. If you want to check out his glider page, maybe there's 3 dots that appear next to his name, and you can go right to his channel and subscribe. All right, let's get this show on the road.
For India Delta traffic, Kin Sierra Echo Alpha Tree 612, taking off runway 2 departure to the south.
It's only like 30 minutes into the show and we're finally taking off.
But I'll be okay. Super excited to see the landscape from up high.
Where do they consider runway 2? Just, there's really nowhere to go. Let's just go forward then. Uh-oh. Accidentally hit the wrong thing and turned the plane off. Again, my camera is severely messed up. So it looks like I might have to turn around. Go a little bit more forward. How are we going to turn around in this thing? I'm kind of trapped. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Wait, what? You didn't see that. I'm going to cut this whole part out. Jeez. I'm cutting it all out. I don't want any evidence of that. Son of a gun. It's always something.
Captain, you ready? Sure feels like the perfect day for a tour, right? Today, you're flying with Jennifer for a Boise Discovery tour. She's got her...
See, she even says Boise.
The seatbelts are fastened, you're set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Right, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I really can't wait for shared cockpit either. So that is going to be so fantastic if we can fly with other people. Especially people like Henning in the chat room who do this for real and they can really getting to be somebody's co-pilot.
Traffic in Sierra Echo.
That'd be great.
Tree 612, taking off runway 2 south departure.
I love flying as much as the next guy, but being somebody's co-pilot and being spot on and on the ball and all of that,
But I'll be okay. Super excited to see
it's got to be fun. My controls are bunged again. You son of a gun. Sorry, folks. I should just pick a different plane at this point, but my camera controls. Okay, that's what I needed. All right. See if we can do this without going off the side of the little cliff over there. This area of terrain is... It's like, nobody's going to take off from here. We don't care if this area looks horrible.
feeling a bit anxious, but there's no
Uh-oh. I was supposed to just make a U-turn there and go back the other direction.
incredible.
Oh. Holy moly. That's what happens when you take off not into the wind, I guess. But it does seem like I was... I'm cutting it all out, folks. And I'm just gonna eliminate all that. That's nuts. Trying to impress you, and just mess it up. That's a lovely golf course down there. There we go. That's what we want.
Here we are, belted in for adventure, right?
Right?
Real adventurer? Come on, where are your whip and your hat? Just kidding.
It just looks like a bug. It's like one of those little models from the Ancient Aliens show. Hey, look down there. There's a crane. So using that We Love VFR add-on, I just saw a crane. Thank you to the gentleman or folks that put together the We Love VFR. You just made my year. Oh, I got some other great news to tell you that I forgot to mention right at the start of the show as a hook to try to keep people interested. And that is the CAMPOUT utility. All right. I have been yearning to get my CAMPOUT utility back. And I love just landing at spots when we're done with jobs and at the end of the day, live streaming day, you know, going to a lake or something and putting it down and setting up a tent and a bunch of other stuff.
All those rich colors.
And they announced over on the Parallel 42 website that a native 2024 version is being made right now as a purchase for that will be available in the marketplace for 2024. The good news is, if you already own it, it is only going to be a $2 upgrade to get the 2024. But I can't wait. And it's the perfect time. We're heading into spring and summer camping and fishing time. So it's going to be a fun summer, folks.
Your aircraft responds so smoothly.
Now, other news, or just general information. On Friday is normally the Microsoft fly-in, and I wanted to do it again this week, but they have not yet posted what the Friday fly-in will be. It's not on the calendar. I'm expecting they will, but I don't have any information yet. But the important thing is the Friday live stream for the fly-in starts at noon, 1 hour earlier here, and Mountain Standard Time. So if they are doing the fly-in this weekend, this Friday, which I'm pretty sure that they will, then it's noon on Friday. Okay, here's our job. So we need to stay within the gates and do a nice slow circle. So our client here says we need to be 76 knots or below to make them happy. And we just need to fly a circle. And then our job's done, and now we can go roll another random failure and go look for some sightseeing stuff. It says there's the Boise Little Theater. And we're within a mile, so if there was an audio tour for it, we would get it. And I see another crane down there. Whoop. Getting a little slow. I was here for a weekend, and I don't know if that's the downtown area. If so, that's where I was. It was for, was invited to go to a World Wrestling, WWE? No, a UFC. My bad. A UFC fight with a cousin. And got to spend a day or two in Boise. And in the evening, was taken up into the hills up there. There's this, I guess it's along the river somewhere, like a little, an old, not ghost town. It's just an old town. It's still there, but there's not much there. But you can get up into the mountains over here, and for some stargazing, the most amazing sky up there. That looks like the Capitol right there at our 12 o'clock, right below us. Oh, I can't see down. I don't think this thing has an autopilot. It does, actually. I don't know if it'll engage, though. Yesterday, couldn't get autopilot to engage. Idaho Military History Museum. Doesn't look like... Oh, good, it is on. I'll be darned.
So much more amazing than I expected.
Cool. Oh, that's great. There we go. All right, let me open up the Bushtalk. And let's go to the nearest sightseeing. So we're heading straight towards the, again, the Boise Front Area of Critical Environmental Concern. It says below us is Peaceful Cove Airport. Is this thing updating right? I don't see us moving. Did it knock us out? It's always something. That's more like it. Maybe. That's not me.
It's like we don't have any sense of scale from up here.
Okay, so we're going to head to Gowan Field Air National Guard Base. If I can get that to... Okay. So we need to go 120 degrees, about... So, come into here, find our heading bug. Put it at 120 or such. About in there. Go to our autopilot and hit the heading button. And like a magic, she turns, sir.
What's going on, Taylor? You've been...
Says that's the 50A, 50B.
Totally.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The autopilot freaked out, and then when I engaged the throttle to nullify the stall... Oh, we're totally going to get dinged for smoothness now. I'm sorry, Taylor. That's crazy.
Even the lights, it's different from up here.
I have read in the forums that some people just... That's the best part of this simulator for them, is making the client scared. I'm always shooting for a good score, so I'm always... Oh, I feel so bad if I make it a bad ride for our little NPCs there. Oh, but some people are like, no, you've got it. You've got to do it. It's the best. I have not pushed it to find out.
The roof's over here. Just wait.
Damn it. Losing altitude again. Some sandworks or something here. Oh, really? We were supposed to do another... Take her to another area? My bad. Alright, well, we're here. And we should get our audio tour. That's the wrong view again. That's not the view that I want. Bum, bum, bum.
Boise Airport ICAO, COI, is a joint civil-military airport in the western United States in Idaho, 3 miles south of downtown Boise in Ada County. The airport is operated by the City of Boise Department of Aviation, overseen by an airport commission. The busiest airport in the state, it serves more passengers than all other Idaho airports combined and roughly 10 times as many passengers as the next busiest airport at Idaho Falls. Boise is a landing rights airfield.
She doesn't want to.
International general aviation flights to receive permission from a Customs and Border Protection officer before landing. In addition to being a commercial and general aviation airport, Boise also functions concurrently as a USAF military facility as used by the 124th Fighter Wing of the Idaho Air National Guard on the Gowan Field Air National Guard base portion of the airport. The 124 FW operates the A-10 Thunderbolt II aircraft. The National Interagency Fire Center is based in the city of Boise, and the Boise Airport is used for logistical support. The United States Forest Service also uses Boise Airport as a base for aerial firefighting air tankers during the wildfire season.
All right. I'm going to probably spend a lot of time this weekend in Bushtalk Radio. One, trying to find cool radio stations. But two, I've never really just said, oh, let me go through my home state and really look around at for point of interest that they don't have, and start adding a whole bunch of new points of interest around Colorado Springs and Colorado in general. Okay. Fly to Lady Bird Park. So yeah, I didn't get to see much of it, but the area that I was in, again, the downtown area, was really nice, really clean. Everybody was really friendly.
Not too scared? Not at all. I'm too impressed to be scared.
Looked like a lot of friendly college kids. Hey, to anybody who happens to be stopping in from X, Twitter, a big thank you. A big thank you. If you saw that and you're following me and I'm following you, then you're one of my favorite people ever.
But I don't.
Oh, look, cool. There's some more towers down there. So I installed the We Love VFR Region 2 for America add-on today, which puts in more radio towers, aerial towers, satellite dishes, communication towers, yada, yada, yada. So there are 3 right there. I'll definitely know when I fly around Colorado Springs in the coming days, you know, which ones are new. They'll stand out like a sore thumb. Orbix yesterday, or in the last few days, have said that they have released a add-on which improves all the electrical towers and adds
Well done.
the electrical power lines. That's some high fidelity. High Fidelity also happens to be the name of an Elvis Costello song, and the name of a John Cusack movie, which probably had an Elvis Costello song in it. Henning says the EDW Scenery DLC for MSFS24 just dropped today. You're super excited because you were scared it wouldn't be compatible with the new sim. Excellent. Yeah, it's always great when the area that you're specifically spending all your time in gets some TLC from Asobo or whomever's doing it. Somebody third party out there came up with the enhanced night lighting for Colorado Springs, and I've already got an add-on airport. Oh, I need to get up. Up, up, up. Looks like a nice series of shopping, like a shopping mall or storefronts down there. Well, that is a mighty big circular park, I'm guessing, out there. You got all this business around here. And then it just this giant circular area. Or is that sand pit again? The sandworks. I really like the way they lay everything out. I forgot to roll for random failures. And we still have plenty of time. We still have other things to go sightsee still. But right after we finish this one up, if we don't have to take her to another location, we'll go ahead and roll that.
So frustrating we're flying this high. Everything looks like tiny dots.
There's a lovely golf course down there. I can roll to see if you and I win a golf game against some of the locals. There's also a baseball diamond down there. Could roll a baseball game. All these little rivers run the area. Could have a river adventure, I suppose. Will we encounter some Sahagin? That's a D&D monster.
Any chance we can fly lower?
Sure.
I really want to take the perfect photo.
More baseball diamonds over there. Oh, I'm sorry, Henny. I'm so concentrating on what I'm doing that, should be asking some questions. And one is, were you able to get any filming done this weekend while you were doing your thermals? Or any footage at all? Have you, did you post anything? Okay, so fly to pattern entry, it says next, and contact the airport. Okay, good. So we don't have to take her anywhere else. Let's get over to this golf course. Where'd the golf course go? We have a track down there. I know if gotten to a foot race, I know I wouldn't win. I'd have to put myself at negatives. Where the hell did that golf course go? Okay, when we were flying towards, that's not the sand pit. That is a park, I think. Well, that's mighty cool. Aha. All right. So let's pause right there. Okay. There's a golf course below us. So we're going to have a golf match and see if we can beat the local team. Do you play golf? I have played golf. And it's been a long time. And I'm sure I'm really, really rusty, but you never know. I could, I've found the zen once or twice playing a couple of games. So I know I've got a good game or two in me. So I won't give myself any pluses, but I have played. You're pretty skeptic with video footage captured with the mobile while flying. So for the real flying, you'll wait until you bought the Ray-Ban Meta. Wow, that's right. You're going to get that. All right, let me grab my dice. Okay. Okay, we're going to play nine holes with the local, not the pros, just maybe, oh man, even the caddies are going to be tough. But we'll take on the caddies here, us against them. I'll grab a D20. It'll be a difficulty challenge of 13. An average is 10, slightly difficult, 13 to 15. 15 or above is getting extremely difficult. 19 and 20, almost impossible. Without pluses. So D20, and we got to get over a 13. We got a 14. Look at that. And that's what it comes down to. It's just that last putt, the angst of that ball rolling towards the cup and just hanging on there like in Caddyshack, and then all of a sudden it falls and we win. Okay. Now with the good comes some bad. Let me break out my random failures. Grab our 8-sided dice. Roll to 7. We already have one break problem. We're going to have another break problem. We haven't had a failure yet. Let's go back out here. Stop it. Go to presets. Go to break. Roll a D4. We got a 4 again, so that'll apply to that one. In some cases where it's rolling the exact same thing, we can lower our percentage. So right now, we have a chance to raise the percentage or lower it. In this case, we lower it to 430%. So sometimes these dice work in your favor. Okay, let's hit save and see if it doesn't knock it out. Make sure it's still there. And start. Okay, let's put those away. Grab Bushtalk and head to the next nearest point of interest. And that would be, it says Eagle Island. There's this series of islands over here. Eagle Island State Park. So nobody's made any. You folks from Idaho need to make some more points of interest. Let's go over here. What is this? We've got an audio tour right here. The Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge. Okay, so we need to turn to about 270. Do.
I like the way you multitask, Captain.
You like the way I multitask? That's awful kind of you.
It's impressive.
You're still going to give me a crap score for that bounce, though, earlier. I know it. It's right out there, that body of water right in front of us. Another communication tower, I believe. Or are those just lights? Oh, I can't tell. Towers of some kind. That's going to be a trip, seeing video footage shot from your sunglasses. You got so frustrated playing golf that you quit. Yeah, I can do that. I thought it was right here on the map. Again, when I'm zoomed out on the map, sometimes it can distort where things are if I'm not zoomed in close enough. So that's, you said hopefully this year you get your license. Now, is it a glider's license or is it your full private pilot's license? I don't know how many there are. I know that there's sport license, and I know you're not going for the mountain flying. I think I would love to go take the test and try to get my license just as a bucket list thing, whether I actually fly or not. Can I just take the written test and pass it and call it a day? No, I'm good. I don't really want to fly. I just want the license. That's just a point of pride. I just want to be able to stick it up on the wall and tell my friends, hey, got the license. Just the glider license. You're too young for the private pilot's license. You know, I didn't know that there was an age limit on something like that. You need to be 16 for the gliders and 18 for a motorized aircraft. Are you telling me that you're not 16 yet? I thought you were 18 already. If you're not 16, if you're 15 years old, that's just gonna blow my mind. I can't. It's funny how you see. To me, you're already like 25, 30. I don't think I've ever asked how old you are. Look at how pretty all their roofs are color coordinated. There's another crane, and that's great. Yeah, you folks are awesome. You're like, come on, man, let's all like do the same color roof, man. and make them green. Yeah, man. You guys are great. Not so jarring. Everything just fits right in. Fits right into the environment. Says it should just be right over here now. Wow. I think we should all take a lesson from the folks here in Boise, Idaho. Even their buildings over there look like they got a green tint to the roof. You people are awesome. Oh, these people over here are like, man, see? We're not gonna play that game, see? And now they stick right out and they look silly, don't they? For not having the rooftops green too. Oh, these guys are ready for the directed energy weapons. They painted their stuff blue. They're like, we don't want to get lasered. Skip us, please. A lot of people are in shock when you tell them you're able to fly planes solo before you're allowed to drive a car. I'll bet. I don't doubt it. And what I could tell them if I was standing next to you is, and he's good at it. He's so darn good at it, and he's even good at it in the simulator. He takes it very seriously. He has an exceptional mind for the small details, and he gets it done. My friends look at me flying in the live stream and they're like, dude, I would never want to fly with you. And I agree. And then you see Henning flying, and that's one of those people where you're like, I would totally trust myself and trust you to fly us in an aircraft. All right, are we here? We're here. We should be here. I love seeing the cranes. In 2020, when I installed it the first time, or something, the textures were having a driver problem and everything was pink. Even these people way out here. Green rooftops. I wonder if that is, like, now it almost seems like a mandate, like a government thing. Like, everybody has to have a green roof. See what I see? I see a golf course. We're going to have another match. We're going to play another 9. Do. 13 or better. Nope, we lost. Well, I lost. I don't want to include you if you don't want to, but normally if you're watching this and I'm rolling dice, we're all in this together. So either way, we rolled an 11, so, you know, not as close as the last game, but we gave it our best shot. Come on, are we there yet? Right there it says. And then they've got all this industrial stuff right next to it. Okay, there's smart moves, and then there's kind of not so smart moves. I mean, this literally is a Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge. And then you look right there, and they're like, right there with all this stuff. I can understand if they need all that sand, all that the sandworks and stuff over there. I suppose just mucking about with sand. But you see those giant tanks there, and who knows what's in those. You gotta wonder if there's that one roofing company in town who specializes in green, and they have the monopoly on all the rooftops. That's a lovely train yard down there. That's awesome. I don't see that in the well, I do here. Okay. Caldwell Boulevard. You can make out the train station there. It never wants to give me the proper view. Oh well, very cool. I guess it's not that close. Oh, look at that neighborhood. They're like, we want the Leonardo da Vinci style neighborhood layout. That's groovy. All right, here we are. Lake Lowell. Henning's partner Hans, who I actually met first. Also,
the Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge,
exceptional pilot,
important breeding area for mammals, birds, and other animals. The National Wildlife Refuge is located on land surrounding Lake Lowell, just outside Nampa, Idaho. It serves as a resting and wintering area for birds, including mallards and Canada geese, along the Pacific Flyway, and was named a globally important bird area by the American Bird Conservancy. The refuge consists of two sections which contains open water, edge wetlands, grasslands and riparian and forest habitats. The largest portion of the refuge consists of Lake Lowell and its environs, located in Cheyenne County, just west of Nampa, while the second comprises the Snake River Islands located in non-contiguous localities along the river in Canyon, Oahe, Piatt, and Washington counties and Malheur and Baker counties. There is a visitor center at the Lake Lowell site, which is the hub of activity for visitors and those volunteers who donate their time and services to wildlife conservation projects.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, and it's time for another failure roll. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we keep rolling breaks today. Oh, I didn't have it on screen. Probably didn't. You're gonna say it doesn't count. You didn't roll it on screen, man. I did though. I rolled another 7. I'll roll it again. Okay, 4. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. A panel. Something in our panel can fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll roll a d10. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Engine panel failure. D100. 27% chance. Start. Yesterday we had a total engine failure. That was fun. All right. Is there anything else around here? Yes. To the south. We have, looks like something historic. Oh, I've turned north. Trying to push her as hard as she'll go, Captain. I'd like to do that in a Scottish accent, but it just wouldn't be any good. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. I do not have the trees up all the way. Just so you know that for past mine, they look like Minecraft trees. You can set them to ultra, and you can see every leaf on the tree. So if you want to push it to its maximum quality, and you have a really good computer, you're going to be really happy. Just a little bit further for this one. Almost there. You've already saved 1/5 of the price for the Ray-Bans. That's far out. Wow, we have a dramatic dip in the terrain coming up. Wow. Big. We've gone on a plateau. Oh, this would be fun to sled down. Woohoo! Yippee!
Still pretty bumpy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot we had Taylor on board. We should be here. This should be it. Any moment now.
Bernard's Ferry is a historic river crossing located on the Snake River north of Murphy in Owyhee County, Idaho. J.C. Bernard began operating a ferry at the site in 1884. He opened a road utilizing the ferry between the mining town of Silver City and the Oregon Short Line railhead at Caldwell.
You can imagine
a hotel and
the wagons coming down that hill right now.
Serve the stagecoach and freight lines which used the road and ferry. Bernard's ventures were successful until a bridge was built at Walter's Ferry in 1920. Bernard's Ferry was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1978. The listing includes 3 contributing buildings, a horse barn, an octagonal silo, and 2 outbuildings, which are simple gabled stone and frame structures. The barn, a good late 19th century horse barn, was deemed to be one of the finer stylistic examples of its period in Idaho with its octagonal cupola, gable returns, and diamond windows.
Diamond windows. I don't see any barns around here. Maybe over there? Oops. The barn back there. Yeah, this seems like a much better place to cross than back there at Glenns Ferry. I don't know about this side. There's a big barn there. I wonder if you get treasure hunters out here that use those, use magnets and anything else to dredge along here. Because if you had all these people crossing, you know that, especially a place like Glenns Ferry, where you know that it didn't go well in a lot of cases. Just what's down there? That looks like it was work. Sure. Same with this area over here. It's jumping out. All right. I've got another weird dice roll to do here. A little bit of more role playing. Okay. If we were in a covered wagon doing the whole Oregon Trail thing, and we pulled up here at Barnard's Ferry, would we survive the crossing? Or would we end up in the water? So, we'll even do it as like cosplayers, historical reenactment people. Neither one of us knows how to control a stagecoach. I don't know how to handle horses. I don't know about you. But, so we're going to get into period clothing. We're going to get into a wagon. I want to call it the chuck wagon because I'm thinking about food right now. So, a wagon that's filled with a bunch of food and cooking stuff. And we're going to come down that hill in our cosplay clothes and get our horses and wagon over to one of these crossing points. And we're going to attempt to make a river crossing and do our Oregon Trail reenactment. And if we fail, we're in the water. And then I'm going to roll to see if we die of dysentery. So, we're going to make this difficulty class. We'll just leave it at 10. So, we get a D20, we've got to roll over a 10. No, we didn't. We're in the water. My beans. My coffee. Oh, I'm feeling bad. The horses are mad. I'm soaking wet. Now I'm going to roll to see if we're going to die of dysentery. Yeah, we just died of dysentery. And with that, looking at the clock, I'm over my time for the live stream, 25 minutes. So I'm going to skedaddle us back to the landing and put Taylor down and put this live stream to bed. Okay. Hope you had a good time today. I did. It was good seeing you. Can't wait to hear what's next in your world of adventure. They put us awful close and steep for a landing. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go in a circle. Hang on, Taylor. We're gonna spiral down. Thank you to Boise. My favorite comedian is performing here this weekend, and his name is Zoltan Kaszas, and I probably should have found the place where and flow over where he was performing. I'm assuming it's downtown. And so it just happened to be yesterday's mission allowed us to be here. We unlocked Boise today. So I'm sure they're going to have a great time at his show. You know, there's a lot of comedians that you go see and they're like, they're good, but sometimes they can be a little one-trick pony. Like, they've written out their material and it's gotten some laughs, so they don't really ever change up their material. It's just the same show over and over again. That is absolutely nothing like what Zoltan is about. Every time you see him, it's all new and it's always funny. He's got great crowd work. Man, we're not going to make this, are we? I'm going to kill us both. No, come on. No, come on. Come on. Why does she not? Ah. Wow, I can't believe it. They're kind and give us another shot at it. I don't know. Too much flaps? I don't know. Not really sure. But she became really unstable and I couldn't get her down. And I want to stop. You know, I mean, I don't want to roll forever, so.
1-4 India Delta traffic Kinneas.
Stop. Slow down.
Is on final runway 2 to land.
That's better. Uh-oh, hold. All right, Taylor, you're back in a few pieces, but you're back.
A few tweaks, you'll make it right. So
Yeah.
back to the airport, guys. So Jennifer, you want to fly again?
Tweaking is right. Thank you again for tuning in today's live stream. I'll be back tomorrow and it's tomorrow Friday or tomorrow Thursday. What is today? One day they all start merging. All the days start merging into one. Okay. So tomorrow back for at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And then again on Friday for the Microsoft Community Fly-In. That's going to be noon. So we're not making anybody happy with this flight, but hey, I still had a great time. Got to play a couple of rounds of golf, and we got to see some nice things, and just got to hang out. So I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with me always. Again, good luck to everything that you're doing, and I will see you soon. I wish we had some emotes I could make him wave goodbye. Take care, Henning.